Hi, I'm Mike Brandl from the University of Texas at Austin. What we're seeing right now in financial markets is a great deal of talk of what's happening to Bear Stearns and the Fed arranging a purchase of Bear Stearns by JP Morgan. The more interesting thing, though, to think about, in addition to all this discussion of liquidity and sell-offs, is to think a little bit more deeper about what are really going to be some of the long-term impacts of this action by the Fed. Think about two different things. One is the moral hazard of bailouts, and two, the growing inflationary pressures. First off, let's think a little bit about that moral hazard. When the Fed arranges this bailout or buyout for Bear Stearns, what it's potentially doing is it's sending a very dangerous signal to other people in the markets who have maybe taken on too much risk, mispriced risk, or made other mistakes. It sends a signal of essentially, don't worry, that the Fed will be there to bail you out, to make everything all right for you. But think about what kind of signal that sends to other people who may be potentially making other mistakes. It's a very dangerous precedent the Fed is potentially setting. The second thing is to think about the long-term impact of what these bailouts and increase in amount of liquidity and lower interest rates might ultimately have for inflation. The way that the Fed lowers interest rates is through increasing the money supply. But as they continue to increase the money supply again and again and again and again, what we can wind up with is too much money chasing too few goods, the classic definition of inflation. We're already seeing this in the lowering of the value of the dollar in the foreign exchange market and long-term interest rates continuing to go up and up and up. So when we hear a lot of these discussions in the popular and business press about the worry about liquidity, about trying to resolve the confidence problems, take a minute and keep in the back of your mind those two longer-term issues, the moral hazards of these bailouts and also the growing inflationary pressures. Until next time, I'm Mike Brandl from the University of Texas at Austin.